Welcome to the top 5 auto advice. Signs that an oil pump is defective. The oil pump's main responsibility is to provide the engine with the necessary oil. While the car is running, apply lubrication. An oil pump is necessary for every internal combustion engine because it enables oil to circulate between all of the parts of the engine to enable them to. An oil pump that is lubricated produces the ideal pressure to maintain the oil. Steadily moving the lubricant oil enables the metal parts of the engine to interplay without provoking strenuous physical friction. Causes the oil from the also catches heat from the oil pump components of an engine, causing a cooling effect and avoiding engine damage. Therefore, if you were to have a damaged or worn out oil pump, it would basically be taking the lubricating properties out of the engine. Then you'd have a variety of issues relating to the engine and the vehicle's performance and expensive repair costs if you although the issue has persisted for too long. One of the strongest components of the pump, the engine, occasionally experiences problems. Engine starvation due to a failing oil pump of oil and may have catastrophic effects. Because of engine damage, every car owner should take note of the signs of bad oil. To prevent worse, pump it and replace it. Damage to a vehicle is typically caused by oil. Pump doesn't receive maintenance until it, once it does, actually starts to fail. It will quickly harm your engine. Actually occurs when an oil pump malfunctions is that a severe engine damage happens. You don't replace it right away. Let's discuss some of the most common symptoms. A defective oil pump. One instance of low oil pressure. A warning light illuminates. The oil controls the pressure in the oil. When the oil pump fails, pump oil while in, pressure will start to drop. Usually the first indication of your engine's oil pressure will drop. When the oil pressure is low, the dashboard, by applying pressure, a warning light illuminates. The fuel the pump makes oil available. Navigating between the various enough engine parts are available. A guarantee that the moving components of the engine is properly lubricated and effectively bump into one another. Inadequate without physical damage. Due to low pressure from a bad system, oiling. The oil pump makes the engine parts. Once the roughly scuff against each, the low oil pressure warning is on. If you're unsure of your oil level, check it. Add more oil if it's too low until the oil level has returned to normal. If you're following this, oil pressure is still low, means that you should replace the oil pump. Too higher engine temperature. The engine's lubrication oil consumption. Temperature in two different ways. The engine generates excess heat, which it dissipates as it moves around the various engine components. Also, engine performance is reduced by lubricant. Component friction causes increased friction and greater engine temperature. Therefore, one of the symptoms of a bad oil pump is a significant increase in the operating temperature of your car engine. All those rotating components which rub together and create friction will continue generating lots of heat. There will be no oil to cool down these components if the oil pump is not working. When there is restricted oil flow in the engine and the engine temperature increases, your vehicle dashboard check light will light up to let you know the alarm engine is on. Engine temperature. Vehicle overheating pose serious risks to your safety. You will see an engine on your dashboard. The thermometer's needles move. This suggests that the red zone is the need to cool down your overheating engine. To resolve this problem quickly, otherwise, the potential for permanent engine damage. Then you'll have to pay thousands of dollars USD to replace it. 3 valve train system rumblings. A car's valve train system consists of important elements such as push rods, valves, camshaft seals, and rocker arms. Guides that each maintain the engine's operation. Of these elements calls for an adequate oil flow to keep the machine lubricated. If you have a faulty oil, metal components. If you have a faulty oil pump, these components will not receive the lubrication they need. The friction resulting from the valve train will be bizarre noises emanating from them if they aren't adequately lubricated, because these parts may seize if there is not enough oil and the valve to completely cease operation. Additionally, a train will make a lot of noise as the oil levels keep dropping. Noisy oil pump. A functioning oil pump shouldn't produce audible noises. However, if you have an oil, if the pump is damaged, expect it to produce odd whining noises on occasion. These noises could evident in the early morning as the oil pump. Stages of exhaustion of a loud oil pump. A rare sign, because oil pumps only produce noise as they begin to break down. Most likely, you'll hear a whirring or whining noise even when this occurs during idling. If your vehicle during idle, you'll probably hear these noises, which should raise suspicions that most likely the source of the noises is the faulty gears inside the oil pump. Not be able to just fix these gears, so you'll have to get new ones. The complete pump. Noise from hydraulic lifters. Additional crucial parts of the valve. Operations of the engine in your car. Being hydraulic lifters, they keep the valve spacing when using the rock and a cam. As a result, the lifters require sufficient oil lubrication to carry out their operate effectively. These lifters only work effectively when they are lubricated with enough oil. A faulty oil pump will cause oil pressure to decrease so much that oil cannot flow into the engine's hydraulic lifters, in this resulting in the hydraulic lifters making noise as a result of improper care. They will wear because they are lubricated. The type of oil on some cars wears out quickly. Your actions directly impact the lifter. Other effects of decreased quiet, reduced power or oil pressure, and if your engine stalls, replace it. As soon as you realize it, the oil pump has gone wrong, you'll be most saved by this. Long-term financial gains are the most important. Common indications of a bad oil pump. Experiencing a single symptom is absent implies that the oil pump is defective. However, if you experience multiple symptoms, chances are oil pressure is one of the most important parameters in an engine. When your vehicle's oil pressure light comes on or the pressure gauge reports a lower than normal reading, it could signal a major problem in engine's lubrication system is essentially formed by the pump, lubrication lines for oil filters, and hardware. The system's pressure is generated by the oil's resistance. Must persevere through traffic to get to the lubricated parts. A pump is utilized the system by forcing lubricant through it when engine design is currently in progress. Pump is designed to produce the required flow and pressure to enable the lubricant to allow the most blood to flow. When the oil pressure is low, a distant component is low, something is not right. Functioning properly means there probably not enough lubricant is being used throughout the system. Bear this in mind. Lack of lubrication will result in metal-on-metal contact and equipment failure, depending on how serious in a few cases, an engine can fail of minutes or even a couple of hours. The repair could be expensive, with most the need to replace the engine. Lower the possibility of low oil pressure in your engine receives an oil and filter change at high intervals are also used properly. Good lubricants, including the appropriate grade of viscosity and suitable quality, as required by the car's owner's manual. Make sure to routinely check the oil level and look for leaks in your engine. Additionally, keep an eye out for blue smoke, specifically from the exhaust, particularly with high mileage engines. Do not drive your car if the pressure sensor is on and you don't know what the problem is. That's all we have for you in this video. If you found it useful, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel.